Hi, this is Connie. Welcome to our video about how to get a 3-year-old engaged in the lesson. If you teach young beginners, you know that they often struggle with focus during the lesson. Their attention span is like that big. So here's 5 tips that can help them really stay engaged in the lesson. First of all, work in very small sections. Rather than playing a whole piece through, their piece is usually only 2 lines to begin with. Anyway, just 1 line or half of a line, 2 measures. Very small sections so that you can have their attention for just that little bit. Now, what to do in those sections will be the next tips. Tip number 2. I like to give them a suggestion like, okay, we're going to do the first line and I want you to play it the way it would sound if a hippopotamus played it. They usually are all over that. Sometimes you just get bang, bang, bang on the keys, but that's a place to go from. Like, I think you're right. A hippopotamus would definitely be clumsy and loud, but I couldn't hear the song. Couldn't we play the song, the actual notes, the way a hippopotamus would? So it's a good time to talk about loud, things like that. But then switch it. Let them choose an animal for you to imitate on the piano, and they usually get a big kick out of that. And that you can use this back and forth until their attention span is done with that. Okay, tip number 3. Let them be the teacher and catch your mistakes. Little kids love this, and you definitely want to make it one mistake really obvious, and they are thrilled that they catch it. And then I like to switch places. Okay, now you're going to be the student and I'll be the teacher, like we're playing roles or something. And then they get to usually try to make one big mistake, but they'll usually focus and try to get it all right up to that mistake. It's just another fun way to have them play through and help them understand anything you're trying to teach them in that piece. If you have not liked and subscribed, go ahead and press that button like it's middle C on a Steinway. There you go. And if you're not part of our musical family, be sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. Okay, on to tip number 4. Take turns playing parts of the music. Usually we want to do just the right hand, just the left hand. If they're not up to 2 hands in the piece, just 2 measures. But I'll say, okay, it's my turn. I'm going to play one little part. I choose line number 1, and I choose to play the bass clef notes. So I'll play all the bass clef notes. Then you let them choose which line and which clef, and you can add in another choice like loud or soft, or which animal they want to be, but you give them some choices and then they have to play that, because a lot of times we practice hands alone first. This is one way to get that repetition in. Okay, the 5th tip, silly movements. They love this. All right, usually their pieces are around middle C position, so I like to use middle C. Every time you play middle C through this whole song, you stand up and touch your nose. Or, even better, you get up off the piano bench, run to the front door, touch the doorknob with your elbow, and then come back and keep playing. These things get them away from the music, so they have to actually find their place in the music again and location on the keys again. So it's really good practice, and it burns off some of their energy if you have them run to the front door and back. So I hope you like these 5 tips, and I hope they help in your lessons. And like a perfect cadence, this is the end.